Today's podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. From online stores to websites, analytic tools, and marketing, anything to start your web presence can be found at squarespace.com.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How's it going? Can everyone see us? Are we coming in clear?
Looks like
We're
it.
using a lot of alternate new technology. What happened to Shawn?
Yeah, I
What
just
is going
noticed.
on?
What the?
I'm so close to you guys. I just want to be safe, so I'm just
Taking all the precautions.
taking all the precautions. All the holes are filled.
Rocco, I don't know if it's a green screen trick or.
You didn't feel safe, so you joined ISIS?
All
What's
the
going on?
holes are filled.
Oh, yeah.
Does that mean you got something? Is the back door locked?
Well, he had the doctor take care of one
I'm not
hole.
sure what else that could possibly mean, but my face was covered very well.
Shawn
I don't know
had one hole sealed up. Remember when he saw the doctor? That's
That's
how
what
it
they.
works.
I
that's
don't
what they
know.
do.
When you get a
out of the
what
mask.
are they? When you get
Vasect.
when you get vasectory or whatever, they just hot glue that. They just fill that tube up.
Well, you don't need it for peeing anymore.
No, I pee out my balls now.
It's just a done deal.
You know, there are a lot of children who watch this show,
What?
and I'm not worried about you offending them with your filth. I'm
Right.
worried about the miseducation that these kids think that they could pee out their balls, after watching the Mega64 podcasts. It's fucked up what we're doing to America here.
You know what? You're right. I'm sorry. Hey, kids, all you kids watching, I don't pee out my balls.
Tell them how it really comes out.
I pee
Kids
out my
watch
penis.
this. Kids,
Out of my penis.
Dude, he's
theme
No,
song. Theme song.
Okay, welcome back.
No, I feel like you weaponized that theme song. We were in the middle of a discussion, and you just
Shawn has always weaponized the theme song.
And the good night.
Yeah.
If there's Shawn, hello and good night are Shawn's worst weapons. If there's something he doesn't want to talk about, that is just lobbed like a
Good night.
ballistic missile.
But I only get 2 of them a podcast. I have to be very sparing when I get to throw it out there and use it.
Earlier this week, big news, actually, national news. Somebody told the guy at LAPD to suck his dick and choke on it, and he was a Mega64 fan. It was on last week tonight. It was all over the internet.
Yeah.
Kudos to that Mega64 fan out there. We know he was an internet soldier because he was wearing a Mega64 shirt.
Which just shows you he knew he was going to be interviewed, and he's like, I'm going to put on my 64 shirt to represent the boys, and I
help out.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
And, not to out him or be ageist, but I read in the article he was a young chap, 21 years old. And it just made me think we've been doing this for 17 years. So, was this guy 4 years old when we started? So you never know how young the kids are
That's
when
true.
they're watching
You know
our
what?
show. Okay?
You're right. And also, that shirt we sold a long time ago. So, I mean, I'm talking like, 8 years ago?
Must have bought it as a wee lad.
Yeah.
What's funny is Mariel sent me that clip the other day. She was like, "Did you see this guy yell at the LA police chief?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's a Mega64 fan. He's like, if you see a video, he's wearing a shirt."
Yeah.
And she's like, "Are you kidding?" And I was like, "Yeah. Here's when you were on the podcast and you talked to him over Skype. He literally called in on
he's
one of the
called
shows that
before.
she was on.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that's her design that he's wearing the shirt of, right?
Yeah,
No.
and
Oh, it's not?
ironically, he
Neon
said
shirt,
the
no.
exact same thing to Mariel as he said to the police chief. And,
Yeah. And clearly,
know
she
your
forgot.
audience, I guess.
Yeah. So
No, that's
I
a
was-
joke. He was very nice to Mariel.
Yes.
Very respectful. I'm just joking, everybody. We put out the Faircast this yesterday, and there's a lot of comments in there. People are upset that I was like drinking random drinks that I just found on the street,
They don't
and
know
nobody
the-
could even think that those are my own drinks. I planted those before the camera started. Come
Guys,
on,
it's
people.
all a joke. It's entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't
You
get
gotta-
it sometimes.
It's
They
all entertainment.
they just take it all at face value. It's amazing.
Yeah. You guys,
Not-
I'm going to blow
you
your
know,
minds.
not-
I'm not actually next to Rocco at all right now.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
saying.
in the
Wow. Wow. Wait,
I wasn't
who did
expecting
that?
that
Did Johnny
color,
make that happen?
Yeah.
Could
Johnny
we
made
put
that
Shawn
happen.
in another location? Could we load up? Could we send him to hell
You
or heaven?
could. I mean, it'd take a second for him to get the picture of hell, but he could do it.
Johnny, work
There's a
on getting
ladder in
Shawn
hell.
put in hell. Cut back to us when he's in hell.
Yeah, cut back. I'm in hell.
He does look a little red.
Well,
Yeah.
it's funny you mentioned that because we are in hell.
No. What?
I don't know if you guys heard some of the news. This is devastating.
I've been
shit.
staying away from news. It's a devil's business.
I am so disappointed to announce this. All Fuddruckers locations in San Diego have closed.
I saw that.
I'm so sad.
Rocco, I
permanently?
saw it of
wait,
you and our
wait.
friend Kevin.
Breaking in Rocco World News. Okay, go ahead. Breaking headline.
I can't
Oh,
believe
you already
it.
said it. All Fuddruckers in San Diego have closed.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like the salad bar aspect? They're not salad bar, like the toppings bar aspect
No.
that killed it, or what
No,
was
they
it?
would. No, they would have figured that out.
They
It
were
just,
going
I don't.
bankrupt.
Yeah, I think they were going bankrupt.
No, it's every Fuddruckers ever, right?
In
They're
San
all-
Diego.
Oh, just San Diego.
Yeah, they're in the rest of the country.
Okay.
Yeah, they went from 57 locations nationally to 40 locations nationally.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, well, this is something I can say, and I guess I should look at it through. Oh, okay. I see Eric in the chat talking about Fuddruckers sucks. We're gonna go ahead and report that to Twitch, you know, and you can converse with them about getting your account back.
Wow.
Maybe Burnie
No, I'm not
can
gonna
get it back
say-
for you. Oh wait, he bailed.
Yeah, no
because he
power.
saw our new video and just shit himself.
Oh man. Hey, I felt like I was really negative on the food reviews for the latest Faircast. So I don't want to say anything too bad about Fuddruckers because it's great. Fuddruckers, great hamburger.
We were
Well, let me-
a
let me-
Fuddruckers fan base here.
We all love Fuddruckers, but
We were.
in my quest to get more fit recently, in recent years, I started eating hamburgers without the bun. And let me say, when you get rid of the bun at Fuddruckers, you're not left with much.
You're just getting rucked.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're left with much in my department because let me tell you, you drown that burger in jalapeno cheese, pump cheese, whatever.
That's right.
Yeah, but the cheese pump is only good with the bun to like soak it up. If it's just meat, it like
Yeah,
slops
it's just a
right
slippery
off.
on that lettuce.
It's not the same. I'm telling you.
They had a couple different options on the menu. I like the ostrich burger. They had like a buffalo meat,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
like a bison?
Yeah, the bison burger. I got
Yeah.
that a lot actually.
Yeah.
I mean,
well,
I
can
didn't
I
go there a
say,
ton, but
Fuddruckers is gone, but San Diego locals, you guys there in the studio, will always have Crazy Burger,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is
Yeah.
like Fuddruckers on steroids. You could get the ostrich burger, you can get the alligator burger, the kangaroo burger, all kinds
Alligator,
of crazy
yeah.
can
shit.
I pump jalapeno cheese for like 15 minutes until my plate? You know, like
soup.
You'll
not the
have to
same.
bring your own jalapeno cheese, but I think you can manage it.
You know, I
used to love. I would pump that shit, and you know, and then they got those like steak fries there, and I would dip that in it. And so this is what I was gonna say though,
Steak
is the
treats.
one thing I could say I am lucky that I can say is I talked about this with Kevin yesterday. Is we gave it a big send off the last time that any of us. Me or Kevin, and actually Ryan was there too. The last time that we went to Fuddruckers, we streamed it live for MLK Week.
Oh, yeah.
And the entire thing is documented on our archives channel. So
Thank God.
it is, you know, you can't say that about every restaurant. Like, oh, the last time I went there was heavily documented, but the video is there. You can see every use of the jalapeno pump cheese.
Yeah,
all the
Johnny,
time, you
can
know.
I have a side job for you, Johnny. Nothing to do with editing the podcast. Find that clip and edit like a memorial to Fuddruckers. Set it to It's So Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday by Boys to Men. You know, just kind of like in memory of Fuddruckers and all the good times. All the good times we used to have that are in the past.
Johnny, you excited to do that?
That might get claimed, Johnny. So you just recreate the song.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
cover version.
Yeah,
You
cover
just
it.
sing
or-
it.
yeah.
Well, edit it with the original song just so I can see it personally. We don't have to upload it.
Yeah, don't upload it.
Okay.
Just give that to Derek, and then for the upload, do your own.
We'll make a
version.
TikTok out of it. Or
Maybe
something.
track down some of the original band members and see if they're willing to do a version just for the
The Fud version.
podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah, like a parody version.
got
Thank
it,
you.
guys. This one goes out to all my Fud heads out there. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday.
They must be these days. I think they're going by men to old men.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just men. Just men.
That's an old school R&B reference.
Johnny, am I in hell yet, or am I still in the hatch?
It's going to be a whole operation.
Oh,
for
is
him
it?
To,
Then
to,
fuck
to
that.
do that.
I'll
Yeah.
ta-
He can't. Oh, okay.
Oh
Well,
wow. Okay.
that's pretty
all right.
good.
We're seeing a little nuts and bolts behind the magic. now.
Hey, that's more like Mountain Doom, but close enough.
I'll take it. Thank you, Johnny. Perfect.
Derek calling it out as Mount Doom.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That was
That's
pretty
the
good.
only way to truly defeat Shawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, talk to
thing.
me.
Anyway,
like to
I was sad about Fuddruckers this whole weekend. I was just in a stupor, and there was a yogurt land like right by me that is permanently gone.
Oh no.
You know, I tried to go to Pat and Oscar's
Yeah,
Friday.
Yeah.
Permanently gone.
no.
permanently gone.
Permanently
Oh, they
gone.
did a world of favor on that one.
No, the breadsticks. You kidding?
My favorite Chinese place out by me just had opened up. I only found it 6 months ago.
Oh, really?
Gone.
And this is just the start. I feel like
This,
it's
yeah.
You
I heard something like 50% of small businesses are going under.
It's crazy. And Chuck E. Cheese is like supposedly going to go away.
Yeah.
Hey, with the Chuck E. Cheese thing though, where are they gonna get rid of those games? Because I'll take a skee ball.
Me too.
Like,
I'll take an animatronic rat.
Yeah, I'll buy that.
I'll put that in my house.
Where is the Chuck E. Cheese sale? I'll go there.
Yeah, I would. They'll make some money back. They'll be able to open one more restaurant after I get done with it.
Isn't it like illegal to go to Chuck E. Cheese if you don't have any kids?
Well, we'll
Yeah.
I'll find a way.
They won't
Rocco
let you
will buy
in.
the franchise and change the rules.
I'll find a way. Are you going to go into survival mode?
No, I'll go into reproduction mode.
Actually, I think
I'll have a fucking kid.
You can go in, but if you go in with a kid, you get a stamp. They change the number. And so it's like, let's say it's 45. Oh, hi, I'm in hell. It's just so weird.
You
when I'm
know an
sitting here.
awful lot about going to Chuck E. Cheese without a kid, bro.
No, I'm just saying when you go with a kid, they give everyone in your party the same number stamp. And if you try to leave and they check the number, if it doesn't match up, you can't take your kid out.
Oh.
So if you wash your stamp off, you're not leaving with your kid.
Dang, what do they do with all like the kids that they keep, I wonder? Sell them to Chucky?
Yeah.
It's Five Nights
No.
at Freddy's shit. I don't know.
Yeah, Chucky's servants. He has. Well, he already has that in the band. It's like the chef guy, and
Yeah.
he already had like a band.
Why no Chelsea Cheese? Let's get real with our conversation.
I agree.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
he ever
Rebuild
have,
it.
They should, for the ground up. I'm with you, Derek.
Chelsea cheese and what was the name of the pizza chef? Giuseppe or what was his name?
I don't know.
His
It
name-
was in the
Federico
news.
Fun or what?
It
what
was in the
his name?
news because they were delivering pizzas during COVID.
As that.
As that.
Nobody wanted to order pizza from Chuck E. Cheese over Uber Eats, but if they renamed it to that character,
It was
they
like-
would just order it and not knowing what
Oh,
it
there's a
was.
new pizza place around the
Yes.
corner, hun. What
And
is it?
But
Oh,
what, Pasquale, yeah.
Pasquale's Pizza.
Why not?
Pie.
Yeah, there's Pasquale. Why not Pasqualette?
Yeah.
There's some deviant art of it, I'm sure. I'm sure there's some
I don't know
deviant
why I
art.
like
Is there Rule
Pasqualette
34
so much.
Pasquale or?
I'm down for Pasqualette.
Yeah, Pascalette. That sounds
I
like
wanna-
something you don't want to catch.
Can I be real with you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to fuck Pascalette.
Just already you're thinking.
I mean, you're definitely getting pizza. I mean, that's
My
one
mind
thing you
just
know.
went there all right. I don't know what it is.
Get a
I just
slice.
hear the name and it just.
Dude, you know
I
she's
get
got
fired up.
strong Italian hands
I've had-
for kneading dough.
And I want to just say, I want to get this out there. I've been
Yeah.
seeing booze at like 2 hour 3 of my jokes tonight. If you got an issue with my jokes, listen, Ninja is probably streaming on Mixer right now. You can go and laugh at his great Fortnite gags, okay?
Yeah.
I deliver a quality of entertainment.
Yeah, quality
And
show.
if you don't like quality entertainment,
Yeah.
go tune into I has Cupquake playing Mortal Kombat, okay? I don't do that.
No.
Not only
I-
that,
I
Rocco,
bring
but
awesome
put
quality
you
stuff.
and Ninja in a room together, you beat his ass down. You beat his ass so hard.
That's true.
Even put me in the ring with Ninja, and I'm not talking games.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'll be and
Wow.
it will be like Undertaker versus who's somebody that he beat.
It's like
that-
a good.
Any other wrestler.
I'll
Any
tell
other
you
wrestler.
what.
I'm the Undertaker, and he's Hornswoggle.
Oh, no.
Put Rocco in the ring with Ninja, and that guy's gonna feel some real ultimate power.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Fuck, man.
So anyway,
Google search Real Ultimate Power if you don't get my joke, and let me know if you thought it's funny.
what was that? Was that the website where you could live forever?
No, it was like the ninja versus fucking
Real Ultimate Power was the ninja,
Pirate.
how to be a ninja website from like year
Yeah.
2000. Come on.
Yeah, no, but there was a website I know where a guy sold like metal rings or something that would make you live forever.
Whoa.
That might be too deep a cut. I don't
won't-
know. But Real Ultimate Power, I
Are they
remember
sold out?
that though. I remember that.
That sounds. Did you get one of those rings? Did anybody get one of those rings?
Yeah,
Can
did
we
it work?
confirm if that works or not?
Yeah, Alex Chu Immortality rings. That's exactly what it was. Yes.
Fuck yeah.
And he was the nicest guy. They kept asking, like, you really think you're going to live forever? Yes, if you keep the rings on, I believe you will live forever. Yeah.
Wow.
Like he wasn't even like cocky, and he wasn't whatever. He was just very like nice. He was just
Alex
like,
Chu.
yeah, you know,
for,
I believe if you wear the rings, yeah. There's no reason you wouldn't live forever.
Do you think
Yeah.
he's still?
Is he still alive? Did we confirm that? Is he still
I think
living?
he's around. I mean, I
Of course
think
he's
so.
alive.
Does he have the rings on still?
I don't know.
What
I haven't-
happens
I
if
haven't
you're
seen it.
like 200 years old and you take the ring off? Is it like
It's like a Game of Thrones when the red woman or whatever her name is takes the crown off.
Yeah.
I was gonna say like Last Crusade, you know, when you drink from the wrong cup and you
Yeah.
just turn to dust and shrivel up.
You chose poorly.
Does the ring have to be around your finger? Can it be
Ooh, good
Can it
question.
be a toe ring?
Toe ring, yeah.
Dangle
Can
it
it
from
be,
a
can it
from a
be an
chain.
earring?
Anything you can dangle, that thing will.
Yeah.
It's gonna see it through. You're gonna be around a long time.
Oh, okay.
Just have it
Dangle
sort of
carefully.
Maybe I put my
implanted.
lip ring back in, live forever.
Yeah. That's what I thought you were doing.
Yeah.
You notice as soon as you got rid of it,
Started
all
aging.
downhill. I mean, just
Yeah.
I barely recognize you.
Yeah, I know. Hey, 6-4 Day, we celebrated it this past Thursday. It was a huge
Yeah.
success.
Yeah.
Everybody in the chat, if you were with us, thank you. If you weren't with us, you fucked up. It was awesome.
Yeah,
it
it
was
was
fun.
great. It was great. It could not have gone better. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I really liked the Sony keynote and looking at all the announcements with you guys.
Yeah.
Have you looked into any of that stuff that was announced on Thursday? Have you thought about any of that or
You know,
like
I
marinated
have.
on it at all?
I started playing Horizon Zero Dawn again, actually,
Oh, that's a good idea. I should do that.
to get amped.
Huh.
Yeah.
Because it looked awesome. The first game I did like. I was just so into Breath of the Wild that I just kind of put that on the back burner.
Same here.
And then I started playing it. And then honestly, I started playing Luigi's Mansion instead with the kids.
Oh.
And then I quit that game, and I was so fucking over video games that I just stopped playing altogether. So we're going to get back into Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah.
You should play it, Rock. I think you'd like it.
Yeah, I liked the beginning. That's all I played. But I was trying to think of what game I'm going to play once. I mean, Last of Us 2 is out this Friday.
Damn. Yeah.
But, you know, that's not going to be like a 100-hour game. So I was just thinking, whenever that's done, what's the next big game I'm going to play? And I think I'm going to do either Horizon Zero Dawn or I'm going to finally finish Yakuza 6. One of those. But anyway, yeah, that looks great. I thought it was... I honestly thought... I heard kind of some mixed stuff on the presentation, but I thought it was great in terms of, like, they had something to show for everybody.
What were they upset about?
I just think, you know, some people's tastes weren't met with maybe what they
Definitely.
showed, you know?
Oh.
What would you
thought,
say was missing from the presentation? Or what have you heard people complaining about?
Yeah. Because for me, it was I mean, honestly, it
I
was
didn't
the perfect
necessarily hear a
keynote.
lot of complaining. I just heard, you know, some people liked that assortment of games and others didn't. You know?
Yeah, I just see complaining for people that bash on consoles.
Yeah.
PC Master Race people like just tore it up, you know, for no reason really, because I doubt they watched it. But I was satisfied. It was funny. I think there's things to make fun of them about, like opening with a game from 2014.
That was the wackest part. I will
Opening-
say, opening with a PS3 game.
I think
was
it's
like,
cool.
What?
I think it's cool that they were
Yeah.
saying, "Hey, we're putting this on PS5."
Yeah.
Even though this was a PS3 game.
I think it's
but
great.
don't lead with it.
That's a
What-
tweet.
What a mistake!
I'm holding
That's a
my
tweet.
breath. I'm waiting for Minecraft.
What a mistake to open
Finally.
the whole presentation with that GTA announcement.
You know what would have been cooler?
What?
They should have opened with a port of Resident Evil 4, because then we could finally play it. You know. But anyway, sorry, Sean. Were you going to say
No,
something?
I was gonna say that like I saw some images. Oh, thank you. That someone made, and it was like 8 years, and it was like so many Grand Theft Auto games say 16 years ago to 8 years ago was so many games, and then 8 years ago to now, and it's the same game six times. They released it six different times. Like, stop releasing this fucking game.
Yeah. Well, I'm all for them porting older games onto new hardware. I've always been for that. I don't want to keep my PS3 or whatever hooked up. I mean, 4 had it too, but I'm fine with them doing that. But that's just not worth part of a press conference to me. Like,
stick it in the middle.
Just tweet that.
Put it in the middle. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Don't open with it though. That was weird.
That was weird.
I didn't realize that Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013. That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. PlayStation 3.
4, 5.
Crazy.
The thing that I wanted to bring up is what was a little bit frustrating was I thought it was a great assortment of different stuff and new IPs. Like that Stray game looks awesome.
Yeah.
And the one with the I forget all the names of them though. Ashes fall out my ass, lick
Solar
my ass
Ash.
or whatever it is.
Kubu.
But the one with the woman and the astronaut and the girl and
that cool.
Capcom thing.
Oh
was.
yeah, the Capcom one.
All of that looked cool to me. Whatever.
Returnal or Project Athia or something.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was. Yeah.
New IPs.
Solar
I'm
Ash?
all for.
Yeah, Solar Ash.
I don't know.
But anyway, on my wish list was like, oh my god, give me new Spider-Man, and then they showed the Miles Morales game that looked awesome. I was so excited about that. It was like doing detective work after. I was not aware of this at the time, but after the presentation, it was. Oh, so wait, so is this not a sequel? Oh no, it's not.
It's not?
Oh, it is? No, it's not. Well, it's actually a remaster of the original game
with
this new additional part to it.
Oh.
No, it's not. It's not that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. What is this? Oh, it's a standalone game. Oh, so it is a sequel. Well, so what it sounds like it is it's like Uncharted Lost Legacy kind of thing, where it's like this is what we think it is right now. Still a little bit unclear.
Sure.
That it's, probably going to be a cheaper game, but it's like that guy's story.
That game was good though.
Yeah. What they did with Uncharted Lost Legacy, I thought was great. Like, hey, we're not doing Uncharted 5, but real quick on the heels of 4, we have this cheap kind of like additional story. Well, it was great. So I'm fine with that. Just say that.
Right.
Just at the front of the thing, an additional new chapter, like some kind of messaging where people didn't have to do detective work to figure that out. You know what I mean? I don't know. That was the only thing that was kind of like, what? Yeah, that was just executed goofy.
Yeah.
But I'm fine with it being that though. Like I would rather have that than like not a new, like that's going to be a cool story.
Yeah, no, I'm super stoked. No, I thought the presentation was great. And like they've learned, I'm so used to like having some shit band come out and play or something that doesn't mean anything. And I really like that. I think Nintendo started it with the directs of just like, this is what it is. We're here are a couple little things and we're going to leave you alone, which is perfect.
Yeah.
And then I saw so many people upset about the look of the console, which I couldn't care less about, but
no, it counts. The games aren't going to run.
I mean,
good.
Everyone's so upset about the design of it. I don't know.
think it's fake outrage. I think it's easy to make a joke about popped collar and put a gif of someone from Jersey Shore on your timeline.
I want to
I think it's just low-hanging fruit.
I'm going to help everyone see through the Matrix right now. That moment where Neo can see the code and nothing is the same.
Yeah.
I'm going to do, actually, somebody in the chat already did this. But this happens every device that comes out.
Yeah.
This device looks like this other device. That's the joke
Marco,
every time.
You just ripped
This
off
thing
Kurt
looks
Dog's
like
joke.
What?
Sorry, keep going.
No, it's just that every time. That being said, do I think the design of people are talking about it because there still isn't as much PS5 info, so it's like take whatever they can get. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But
what's bad about the design though? I don't know.
I mean, it's
different.
gaudy. It's out there.
Yeah.
I think it is gaudy, but I would rather have that than another black box. Wow. Cool.
Gaudy to me, I would think like the thing would have gold trim and have ornate decoration on it. It seems sleek, two color.
Yeah, I mean,
it's got a shell and it's got a core.
I like it. Even though I'm saying it's gaudy, I like it because it takes me back to. I remember talking with you about this, Derek, with consoles like. How do I say this? There was a time consoles weren't trying to be so slick. You know what I mean? Like, Nintendo GameCube. Here's this purple fucking cube with a handle on it.
Yeah,
you know
why
what I
did
mean?
it have a handle?
It wasn't trying to be this elegant thing. I remember Derek sitting in the car with you at one point talking about like Nintendo should just call their next system Nintendo Slaughter Box, and it's just this weird shaped thing. Just I do miss the kind of just wildness of design, and I think this kind of ties into it. Like it just looks out there.
It would look interesting on your shelf.
I did used to feel that way. I don't think I feel that way anymore, though. I feel like that's something, when you're like 17 or 18. They should do something.
No, I know. I mean, we were joking around, but
yeah. I don't understand so much discussion over like what a console looks like. It could look like the poop emoji. It could be 3D render of the poop emoji. People would still buy it.
Yeah.
You put it on your shelf and it plays video games. Like it's a piece of technology. It's like a VCR. You think people talked about the aesthetics of the new VCRs and how they looked, 20 years ago?
Yeah.
They all look the same, VCRs and DVD players.
But I will say this, in regards to
No, they looked different, and some of them were fucking ugly, and some of them were really sleek and sexy.
It's because we're not designers. We don't have an eye for this.
But this is totally, the design of the device, though, is totally something that everyone has an opinion on right now.
Yeah.
And then in 20 years, when you dust that off, you go, whoa, remember how cool this looked? Like, that's it. It's just because it'll look unique compared to whatever's out at that time.
That's the thing. Like, a console, unlike a VCR or a toaster, each generation should have a defining, interesting look to it. That's always how it's been,
Yeah.
I think the ugliest console of all time, I'm going to go Nintendo 64. Or the Atari 2600. I always thought that thing was an ugly piece of shit, too.
Yeah, I never liked top-loading systems.
Yeah.
I like the NES.
Yeah,
I never had a top loader. Never had a Super.
You never had a Super Nintendo?
Not until I was an adult.
I didn't think the 64 looked bad, though, personally.
It looks like
such a wide footprint.
Like a gaudy, like hot rod, all bulbous.
Sure.
Hey, I'm like way into vertical standing, and since the PS2, Sony's never gone away from vertical standing.
Yeah.
I think the PS1 doesn't look very good.
The original one?
Yeah, the original with the gray.
I mean, they designed it and kind of made it cute, and I thought that looked good. But the original one, it's kind of industrial.
Yeah.
I didn't love it or hate it.
It's
personally.
a rectangle, it's as boxy as you get.
It's not a console. Actually, you know what? No, I will say a console. If we're talking ugliest console.
Yeah, what's the ugliest one?
I've never liked the aesthetic of PS2. I didn't.
Oh.
The fat?
The original PS2, that looked like a fucked up VCR to me. I never liked that look.
Yeah.
The PS3 had the Spider-Man font, and I didn't like that, but the system was like the biggest fuck you design. It was so big and like I liked that personally, but the regular PS2 I never really liked. They did a slimmer one, that was fine, but I didn't like the original.
I never felt
PS2.
like the PS3. I could never find a good place for it because it was always so weird shaped,
Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes I would like put my consoles right next to each other, the PlayStation, the Xbox, and that one kind of just had to stand on its own.
Yeah. I think we're heading for that again with PS5 because I don't know if you saw, there's an image online where someone said, you know what, I'm trying to figure out the size of all these new systems because we've seen the new Xbox at this point too. And he said, you know what, I got the images of all the consoles over the last few years. And what I did was I resized them all to the disk drive. You could see the slot.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
So he's
reference.
like, so I took the PS5 and I measured the slot and I matched it to the other ones. The PS5 is going to be fucking big.
Wow.
Oh, really?
It's big. And I mean, it makes sense because it's got like a supercomputer inside of it. But it's going to be
Can it
big.
be on its side though, right?
You can, any which way it works.
See, I was trying to think, like, is my least favorite console design the original Xbox? But I kind of like that it was this huge black brick, this gigantic, heavy-ass tank, and this was
Now,
like
Are you talking the first Xbox?
first Xbox.
Yeah.
leading
Yeah.
the generation of like, hey,
Yeah.
here's the new shit,
Yeah.
and it's like, look at
If
I
the
can't even lift
PS5
it.
is bigger than the PS4, that's going to be a major problem.
It is. It will definitely be bigger.
I'll tell you why. One of the most popular shelves in America. They sell this thing at IKEA, Target, Walmart.
Yeah.
It's that standardized 1 foot by 1 foot
Yeah.
block
Yep.
shelf. The
Yeah.
PS4 fits perfectly in there with like a centimeter on either side for
Yeah.
space. If it doesn't fit on that shelf, that's going to fuck up so many people's living room setups all over America.
Mine.
Yeah.
It will
All
fuck
over the
up mine.
world, probably.
You're right. You're totally right. When I got the original Xbox One, the first version, it would fit in that area, but you had to like wedge it in. And I remember thinking, I don't think this is probably good for the system. Like this has no room to breathe anywhere. So I would kind of like pull it out when
Yeah.
I played it. It was not. Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with.
I've
this.
stopped keeping my consoles in enclosed cabinets.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've started when I redid my home theater. I
Yeah.
have a very short entertainment center, and I just set them on the top, all vertical standing,
That's cool.
because they need airflow. Is so important.
Yeah.
The PlayStations have been faulty with heat since the
Yeah.
PS2.
Yeah.
I pulled my PlayStation out of that cabinet, set it on the floor so it can, get airflow from both sides.
Sure.
See, and do you guys remember? I don't know if you ever dealt with this, Derek, or anybody here with the first PlayStation, but I remember I always set the consoles back then on the carpet. I don't know.
Carpet was
like,
bad.
It was just video games were not quite defined as an entertainment center thing. I don't know. It was just like, I hooked it up and set it on the carpet. And the original PlayStation, I think I cooked mine.
Yeah.
Because I remember reading in a magazine like, hey, don't set it on carpet because there's vents on the bottom. Because it was the first system I ever had that had moving parts. I never thought about that. So I think
Set it on
I think
like
I
a
messed
book.
mine up
Oh, really?
that way. But anyway, I don't know where I'm
PlayStation
gonna
4 vents on the sides, though.
What's that?
We're talking about.
PlayStation 4 vents on the sides. I'm talking about PlayStation 4. He's talking about different PlayStation.
Oh yeah. No, but with the PS1, I remember they were under the system.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
not a good design.
No.
Hey, Eric was asking, do you think that Sony or Microsoft will announce the price first?
Yeah, because they are definitely in a game of chicken with that.
Yeah, totally.
Whoever is announcing it, they're undercutting it. One of them is.
Yeah.
I think this is my prediction. I think Xbox has this whole time been jumping the gun on everything. Like we're gonna, and I think they're still gonna show theirs first. I don't know what it'll be, but in terms of the PlayStation price, this is my prediction. I think there are two, because it's gonna be expensive. Sony said after their conference, they said we're really emphasizing value rather than price. That sounds like it's expensive. That sounds like it's expensive. So I think $599, they would be foolish. I don't think they're gonna do that because that became a meme with them.
Right.
Because they're saying the stuff in here, like even mega computer shit right now, doesn't have the stuff that's in there right now. So I don't think they're going to do 600 though. I think they're going to eat it. I think it's going to be $499 for the one with the disc, and then they could do $399 or something for the one
digital.
without.
You think three?
Or $449.
Yeah.
I think that's what it's going to be.
That mega computer argument, computer technology has slowed down so much
Yes.
because more and more computing technology and companies are focusing on like mobile and cell phones.
Sure.
And so desktop mega computers, those aren't really progressing as fast as they had been in the 90s and early 2000s. Like every 2 years you'd need a brand new computer. It's not really like that anymore.
Right.
So,
but,
go ahead.
Oh no, what the PS5 is doing differently is they've totally changed the way that all the hard drive stuff works, where it's all solid state, but using solid state tech that we don't even have, you can't even really buy off the shelf yet. And by doing that, like you saw in that Ratchet and Clank game, not only are they eliminating loading, but then Ratchet and Clank are going through worlds into portals that you don't even have to load this different area, and all, they're utilizing it in different ways. So I do think you'll see interesting stuff out of that, that we maybe don't even know about or can't quite come up with yet, I guess. But I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure what to expect.
It's funny thinking about like people complaining about gaudy consoles, the PC as a console, it's like common to have fucking LED lights, bubbles, and liquid running through the whole thing.
Yeah.
But you customize it yourself.
Five
right?
different color, fans going on at the same time. But like, is that an appealing design? Like,
yeah, you know what I mean? I don't know.
A glowing rectangle.
Let me ask you guys something. Let me scare you guys. I'm seeing a topic bubbling around in the chat here. Cell phones are already $800, $900, $1,000.
Yeah.
So how far away are we before consoles start arguing that they offer the same computing power and value as a cell phone?
Well, that
Do you think we're far away from an $800 or $1,000 console?
You know, it's funny. It's really weird, the difference in justification for stuff. Because I remember that being brought up when PS4 was coming out in like 2013. It was, consoles can only be $300. That's it. People were saying that. And it's like, I don't know, like more and more people are paying that much, like you were saying, Derek, for a phone. So I think with that in mind, when PS4 announced it was $400, people were understanding. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I still think mobile devices, for whatever reason, people still justify in their mind that it's worth this or that. But if they do a $600 console, I think people would laugh at it. I just don't think
people in the chat, they're making the argument you need a cell phone. So it's like an inelastic commodity, right? It's something that you need to buy. So no matter how much they charge, you'll have to get it. But yet people are buying cell phones, regularly. You spend $800 and then within a few years, you're making that purchase again. So maybe the consoles would argue you only have to buy this console one time and then it'll last you until the next console.
Sure.
But I mean, I saw someone in the chat and I agree that like if I'm spending like $800 to $1,000 on a console, I'll buy a new computer that can handle these games better and I'll have a computer as well.
Sure.
Maybe. Yeah. But computers go upwards of, 3,000, 5,000 and beyond. So I mean, if we're playing, there's a whole sliding scale of how much do you want to spend versus what technology do you want to get, and there'll always be something bigger to bump up to.
Yeah, I guess where I'm coming from, and I'm the kind of person that like I'll pay more for a better experience or this or that. But I will say this from my perspective, and maybe I don't know if this is how everyone feels, but when they announce a new iPhone, what I look at that as is I go, oh man, that is like I depend on that thing every day, and I see, oh, it does this thing quicker, awesome, I use that. Oh, a new better camera, awesome, because that is like I use the camera on the iPhone, that is like day to day. It's like these are all like utilities. So for me it's like, yeah, that's worth the price. And now I want the best console, but if they announce the $1,000 console, in my mind I'm going, man, I love video games, but you know what, I'm good with the $300 Switch right now. I'll keep playing that until the price comes down. You know what I mean? It's like it isn't an urgent thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll play kind of wherever. It's just games. So I think, I don't know.
When it comes to cell phones, I'm the opposite, like my cell phone starts slowing down and I get pissed off because I really don't want to buy a new one. I don't give a fuck how nice the new camera is or this or that. It's like, this thing works. It's good enough for me. I can browse social media, I can take photos on it.
Yeah.
I guess I have the Galaxy S8 Plus, and I think they're on the 10 now, so I'm 3 generations behind. And I really don't want to upgrade other than I feel like I have to. I'm being forced into it because my phone's like just slowing down.
Yeah.
So if I had a phone that would last forever, that, never changed, like a console would, right? You buy a console and the day you get it, it works theoretically as good as the day you're done with it, assuming it doesn't break. It never like slows down or naturally starts working worse. I don't know. I'd be happier spending that money on a console. Honestly, every time I buy a cell phone, I'm fucking pissed off by how much I have to spend and how soon I have to replace my phone compared to the last time I bought one.
And then you pay monthly too, just for their service. Ugh.
It is ironic though, bringing that up. That's an interesting thing to bring up because it really does reveal how good a deal consoles kind of are in the long run.
Right.
Because Derek, you mentioned like, if they offered you one where it was just as good later on. In all honesty, PS4, when that came out in 2013 was $400.
Yeah.
Last of Us 2 is coming out next week, and our friend Steve from the UK tweeted this, and it was a good point. He's like, Last of Us 2 looks visually better than anything at that PS5 conference. You know what I mean? Like, they learned to maximize the PS4 so well that you've got a mind-blowing looking game coming out next week. So really, like, all they do when they're stuck with that hardware is just learn how to do it better and better and better
take
and better.
advantage.
And so really, like, after like 7 years, I mean, I know PS5 is ultimately going to blow that away eventually, but just for that one
But it's the opposite of a cell phone. The day you buy it is the shittiest it's going to be. It only gets better the longer you have it.
Yeah, the console definitely appreciates in value. You know, I always knew what the most expensive home console was. Do you guys know what it is?
No.
The most expensive home console ever?
I just looked up the price to verify, but do you guys know what the most expensive came out?
Are
in
you
1990.
saying like
90.
day one, like just to buy the console?
Yeah.
Oh, was it the Jaguar?
No.
Was it the
Are you talking
Sega
about
Saturn?
No.
Okay.
Home console 1990. It was the Neo Geo.
I was about to ask if it was Neo Geo.
Neo Geo had a console?
The Neo Geo. Yeah, and I remember when I was a kid, it was like, oh yeah, like you got Sega Genesis at home. Oh well, I got Super Nintendo. Well, my uncle's got a Neo Geo. Like what? Because
it played like arcade hardware, so it was not intended for just like.
But it was a retail, like you could go to KB Toys and get like, I want a Neo Geo console, and it hooked up to like RCA's to the back of your TV.
Wow.
But it was a $649 in 1990.
Wow.
Yeah. I remember they talked
$1,500
about it
now.
I think it was GamePro TV or some show on TV where they went into video games, and they talked about that on there. Yeah, the games, I remember that, and I wasn't sure if I was crazy, but I remember as a kid hearing that the game carts were $200.
That's exactly.
And I was like, I must have misheard that, but no, people in the chat are saying, yeah, the game carts were like, because it was arcade. It was like, yo, those arcade games, I want those in my home. They were the same.
Yeah.
And back then that was like, well, then you got to pay a shitload.
It's a lot of quarters.
That's what it was. It's a lot of quarters. But to have that in your home,
it was 1-to-1. Like you had real Metal Slug, the same in the arcade in your living room.
Can you imagine, like, how did they even get that, like, I mean, people must have shit all over that idea. That's terrible. That's so much money, especially back then. Like, who was doing that?
I was so young at the time, but I always heard, friends at school being like, yeah, my uncle's got, my rich uncle's got it.
Yeah, and where were you going to shit on that idea? There was no internet. You're going to fucking tell your neighbor, I'm so bad that Neo Geo's this expensive. Fuck those guys.
But if you think about, like, all right, I'm Michael Jackson, 1990. I'm baller rich. I love video games.
Yeah.
Oh, the new console is $700.
But then just buy the fucking arcade machine at that point.
TV,
Either you're
I
so
already
rich
have
you can
that.
afford the arcade machines, or you're... I mean, it's like a middle ground, I guess, for this Neo Geo, but that's so expensive.
If you're, I guess if you're just, that was, I remember seeing the ads for the Neo Geo home console too, and it was like shitting on, here's your kid's plaything. It was marketed towards adults, like Super Nintendo and Sega.
Adults.
Super Nintendo and Sega, have fun with your baby games.
I mean, we're sitting here, 4 grown men doing a video game podcast, 17 fucking consecutive years. Who in their right mind would have bought the Neo Geo back then?
But if we were,
we have 3 consoles on all of our shelves at home right now,
totaling
We've spent more than
$650.
that.
You're right. If we got the Switch, an Xbox One, and a PS4, that's the cost of one Neo Geo.
That's
That
like
makes
2
sense.
Neo Geos.
Yeah.
But it was us back then.
There's some other console stuff I want to bring up, but let me pause for a second to plug some valuable partners and sponsors with this on this wonderful podcast. Well, what a great panel we have on this podcast. I've been really enjoying the discussion.
Yeah.
Sounded fantastic. I promise it wasn't.
It was great.
But I want to say thank you to our sponsors. I'm seeing. Listen, one more boo in the chat. I will have Dr. Disrespect come in here and. Who is
Rocco, I'm in the chat.
He is.
You tell me who to ban or who time out. I got him. Okay?
I'll ban off.
Who's the CEO of Twitch? Is it Dr. Disrespect? He's gonna fill me in the bathroom.
Rocco, I'm
Girl.
seeing a lot of
Let's
people
cut that.
saying boo. You pull, you tell me, and I will pull the trigger on all these fools.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it later.
Okay, all right.
Thank you to our sponsors. Hey, I want to pause for a second and just thank our sponsor once again, Squarespace.com. Squarespace.com is your all-in-one platform for building websites and online stores, to using marketing tools and analytics. Also, there's no plugins necessary with Squarespace.com. They've been publishing websites for over a decade, and they have all the best-known practices for search engine optimization without the need for additional plugins or anything like that. I would say check it out for yourself. And when you're ready to launch your own website, go to squarespace.com/mega64, and you will actually get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Squarespace.com/mega64, 10% off their rad services. We can't thank them enough for being a great sponsor. Now back to the show. Shop.mega64.com is such a good site. Man, I wish I could talk all day about how great shop.mega64.com is. They make Amazon look like a joke. They make etoys.com look like it's closed, which it is. So take it or leave it. But shop.mega64.com has such great apparel, Mega64 media, you name it, they got it. In fact, we had a great sale on Mega 64 Day. We had all kinds of items. If you're watching this on Twitch, those items are still up, but they're coming down tonight. But what can you get? But what can you get if you're watching this any other day? You name it. We have a lot of great shirts. We just recently restocked the Who Was the Cat shirt. I love that. We restocked the flight jacket, but it's sold out. Stuff is selling out right and left, but we're going to be restocking stuff all the time. So be sure to check it often and early. Also, patreon.com/mega64 is a great place to get exclusive stuff. Not only am I excited because today we put up Mega 64 Movie Club, new episode where we watched The Prestige. And we talked about, this is a beloved Christopher Nolan movie among us. We all kind of we had a great discussion over this movie. We love this movie. And so we go into it. We do a little deep dive on it.
We talked for like an hour.
Yeah, it's almost an hour. Yeah, and we try to describe the plot.
That took an hour.
It's you might want to watch the movie, but anyway, but it's a great episode. It's a great discussion. So we have all that. Plus, this week I've been excited about this. We started showing and releasing on our Patreon our original public access series. Mega 64 version 1 was how Mega 64 started, was this half-hour show, and we're releasing those on our Patreon now. And for the next, I think 5 or 6 weeks, it's going to be every Friday a new episode of this half-hour show we did. And it's been so much fun having people watch those for the first time. I'm getting a thrill out of it, like it's 2003 again, and I'm like, ooh, what are people going to think? Ooh.
People have wanted these digitally for so long.
Yeah.
They've come up and asked us at cons for years, like, when can you put the 3 seasons of your show? Like, I want to see these on the internet, and finally
they're on there. So check all that stuff out.
The best they've ever looked, too, right?
I encourage you to check it out. Yeah. Oh, best they've ever looked.
Ever.
These, oh my God! I did a whole process. I'll go into it at some point, but the best that 2003 mini DV purchased at Sears has ever looked. Anyway, I'm being told, I'm a little nervous. I'm being told Derek is in executioner mode right now, so I don't know what that means.
He looks like he's in the.
People.
I'm ready.
I've been told.
I'm the Iceman. You heard I paint houses and I do my own carpentry too.
He's the Viper.
He wants to vipe the windows.
I know. I'm scared.
Who do you want me to assassinate in the chat? Rockmang?
Dude.
Dr. Ryan?
They're all.
You just say the name and they're done.
Treat this like the autonomous zone in Seattle, and just it's your will.
This Eric Badur guy.
So be it.
I don't know. Yeah, Eric's been walking a fine line tonight. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, real quick, hold on. Let's touch on that for a second.
You're
Let's
judge, jury, and executioner.
Rooster Teeth. There was news during 64 Day. It happened on Mega 64 Day. Burnie left Rooster Teeth. That's not a joke.
End of an era.
And
That's sad.
on Mega 64 Day, I mean, 2 + 2 = 4. Can we read the writing on the wall there? He saw the lineup that we had. We showed so many new videos and clips.
Didn't want to compete.
How could he even show his face? So he's, Burnie, you're a real one, but I'm sorry that happened.
Matt, we're coming for you next.
Joel has left Rooster Teeth. Joel has left. Again, he probably saw the stream.
Probably. Wait, he's been gone for a while, right?
Yeah, but
Beats me.
I mean,
I don't know, but he's not
they
there.
announced it on Thursday.
And
Okay.
so it is I want to start countdown to Gus. What's going to happen? Is we basically we showed all those new videos. That was like the Mega64 equivalent of Order 66. You know, we're going to see who's next.
I'm
We're
telling
gonna
you.
see who's next.
I hope it's Eric. He can come back here.
Jeff, Gus.
I'm telling you, Matt, we're coming for you.
I think
next.
Eric's bringing him down.
You guys sleep on Matt Hullum, but
no, Matt's important.
I know.
He
that's
took us
why
to Unstoppable.
if we're gonna topple,
I always owe Matt for that.
if we're gonna topple the Warner Brother Corporation from within, you got to strike the head of the Hydra.
Yeah, we're weakening it all, and the plan will be revealed. We'll see. There
coming.
could be
Jordan?
Eric could be the guy on the inside.
Jordan, your days are numbered.
Eric could be like the guy in Indiana Jones 4 he's like a quadruple agent. Oh, we left. Oh, we see why he left. Oh, maybe he's joking. He's not joking. And then they're all gonna leave. And he was not. He was joking. And Eric is like, guys, come on in. The Trojan horse is complete. Come on over. And then we are making Genlock season 2.
Yeah, it's gonna be better.
So yeah,
we're gonna have Michael C. Jordan.
Anyone confused by what I'm talking about, go watch Indiana Jones for the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull this weekend, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Because I'm seeing a lot of confusion, and I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
Kind of sucks.
What's that?
Burnie's gone.
Oh.
I know. You know, it's important to have every superhero needs his supervillain. And it kind of takes the wind right out of our sails when our Lex Luthor just
I mean, we make a lot of jokes, but
what do we do now? My kind of meaning in life is
I hope
think
everything's
Burnie
okay over
legit-
there.
Bernie always had a joke that he hated us. I think he really did hate us. And honestly,
Yeah, I honestly don't know.
no, I do know he hated us. But
What?
you know what? Here's the
he
thing.
liked me.
I never
Bernie
got
was
that
always nice to
impression.
me.
He
he was
definitely,
nice to me
this is
too.
real, hated Eric. And so I don't know how Eric weaseled his way in there and got like Bernie to like him. And
He
then,
did
like,
hate
I don't
Eric.
know.
See,
Okay, like,
here's
oh,
the
thank you,
thing.
Eric.
Okay.
Okay.
Sometimes people's way of showing that they like you is being mean to you. I know that. So, you know, if Bernie ever talked shit, I knew it was because he just felt comfortable with us and really liked us.
Sure.
Maybe you took the shit talking personal and thought he hated you, which could be natural, you know, natural response, but I think he liked us.
Yeah. I knew Jeff loved me because when we first met, he kept making fun of me for being straight edge when we were all hanging out going to some bars. But then 15 years later, now look who's the straight edge one.
Yeah.
You know, the Jeff and Gus, I never had any. Those guys, I never had any. Bernie, I'm with you, Shawn. I couldn't quite tell sometimes.
Can read them.
But Jeff and Gus have always been real ones. I mean, we emailed them about the Todd and Aaron video that one year, and within 2 minutes, they recorded a whole bit for our Todd and Aaron video. So they're great, but they gotta go. So they're welcome to work here. I'm just saying.
Come on over.
I'm just saying they are still on that team. You know,
we got
this
room.
is not. We're not playing nice. Like we intend to be the only remaining internet comedy group. That has always been our goal, primarily. And you know, Ask a Ninja's gone for the count. Pure Ownage is out the window.
Maddox has taken his dive.
Maddox is around, but he's over here. Like he can do his thing. He's he's out of our lane here. That's okay. So it's Screw Attack. I mean,
MDE even broke up. So what's left?
Everyone's clearing the lane for us, but you still got this Rooster Teeth entity, and they're joining with Warner Brothers. I gotta go.
Yeah, that's corporate hand holding.
Yeah.
Defund Rooster Teeth in the chat.
Oh no. But anyway.
Well, we'll outlast him eventually.
Yeah, Machinima.
Eric's gonna come crawling back.
Oh, you hear that, Eric?
He
Type
hears.
your response in the chat if you have one.
He heard me.
He's quoting me, corporate hand holding.
I I forgot about Machinima. Wasn't Machinima part of the? I think Warner Brothers bought them too.
Really?
I thought so, but they just, as part of their thing, they went, okay, we're not going to use that channel anymore, and they wiped all videos.
No, I heard about this.
It's so funny how much that affected because every.
Remember,
I don't know,
Machinima
once
was
a
the
month
biggest.
or two, I will look up a video like, oh yeah, I forgot about that thing. Let me look that. Oh, it was like under their network. It's gone. Like we lost tens of thousands of videos because they did that.
How funny! I remember Machinima was just eating up every little YouTuber channel. Like, come be part of our collective.
Yeah.
Wow. They tried to get you guys, right?
At one point, yeah, we went to a few meetings with them. And
could you imagine if the entire history of Mega64 was just deleted?
I think the people that we met with there were cool. Like the people who knew us and brought us in to meet with us were cool. But I think the whole structure of the company was changing so much that it wasn't like equipped for them to do their best, you know. And, I remember around when they talked with us, they acquired Syphil and Ollie. Remember that show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Liam Lynch's show on MTV. Machinima just went, hey, no one's doing anything with that. Let's pick that up. And I remember that happened around when we met with them, and they were like, I remember them talking with them, and it was kind of like, yeah, they acquired that so that it would be cool. Like, whoa, remember that show? We got it. Cool. But then once they did that, it was kind of like, what do we do with it now? I don't know. So they did a few of them and then it was gone. Like I think it was a lot of that. Like, yeah, let's acquire stuff, but what do we kind of do with it? It just seemed that way. I think they wanted to get just bigger and bigger numbers so they looked, acquire more stuff so they looked cool.
Yeah.
But then
I've heard of another company doing that.
Everyone that wanted to turn new media into the way legacy media worked seems to have fallen by the wayside. Like, let's let it be new media. Don't try to make it like a cable network.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, they wiped everything, and I still can't believe that. There's so much you can't find because they did that. But don't worry, I ripped the clip where me and Brian are on stage when Machinima was trying to talk about like Kate Upton or whatever that was. I saved that. The one good clip on that channel.
Isn't Brian sucking on a lollipop on camera the whole time?
Yeah, I remember being at E3.
Such a
I remember being at E3 and the host at Machinima came down and was like, hey, we are missing a couple people. Would you want to fill in? Like, we're about to go live. And it was like, yeah. And I said, I'm just going to be weird. And Brian was there with me. And he's like, what should I do? I was like, I mean, right now you're sucking a lollipop on your phone. If you continued doing that, I think that'd be hilarious. Okay. And so that was what happened. And we got a good video out of that. So.
Yeah.
You guys aren't paying attention to any of the questions the host is asking.
No, I'm just staring directly into the camera. Because I used to love when like Chad from CKY or like GG Allen would just look at one person in the audience the whole time.
Freaky.
So I just tried to do that. And then Brian's on his phone.
That was a good bit.
Hey, speaking of a good video, we got a good video coming out, hitting our YouTube channel this week, right?
Yes.
Everybody at home, you may have seen some fun videos on 6-4 Day, and you'll be seeing some more of those coming out. We'll be trickling them out. Starting with some... Well, you already saw our Scientists at E3 sketch.
Yeah, that's on YouTube now.
That's on YouTube now. Go watch it. If you haven't seen it recently, watch it every day this week, just, in memory of E3 not happening.
Yeah. Yeah. I was going to say just real quick with that,
go ahead.
E3 Scientist video, a lot of people, I heard from a lot of people that hadn't watched it or didn't or whatever because they thought it was one of the older ones.
Oh.
They were like, yeah, you guys like recreated the look so good. I thought it was an older one. I didn't click. I was like, oh, no, we did a new one. Like,
dude,
it's a green screen set.
Rocco,
you recreated it. It's too good.
That fucking rules. And it makes me so happy because 9 years have passed and people couldn't tell if it was us 9 years ago or now.
Yeah, that was in a different building.
Oh, I thought the opposite. Man, 9 years and we can't make anything look better.
Oh, I just thought like my physical appearance, like I don't look 9 years older. Like I have to. I know I do, but cool. I'm glad that people.
I'm glad people like that one. Yeah, and then our other one from 6-4 Day, which has to do with film and movies.
Yeah,
that'll be coming out this week. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
YouTube.com/Mega64.
Yeah, I like that video. Yeah. And
Yeah,
the
that
fair-
was the stronger of the two that we
Yes.
showed on 64 Day. That was the one we worked on first. That was the big one.
Yeah, that was the video on a debut, and then the E3 thing kind of like, hey, we have time, let's do another thing. Okay,
Sure.
bring back the E3 scientists. We did a bonus sort of Faircast.
Yeah.
Sort of Faircast, and that's up on YouTube now too. Which again was, I think, surprised a lot of people because how much this year did we say, yeah, Fair's canceled, no Faircast, that's
Yeah.
it. And
no one saw that
and
coming.
we didn't, and that was not us duping anyone. We did not think that was remotely possible. And then
You saw on the news
Yeah.
that they were going to do Chicken Charlie's in the mall parking lot.
yeah, the booth that normally has all the weird fair food is gonna just be in a mall parking lot because everyone's missing the fair. So
How
at least
funny.
bring you the goofy food. Hey, and I want to, we were joshing around a lot in that thing and eating all the weird food and sometimes gagging at some of it and whatever. I was surprised how much I liked deep fried taffy. That's all I'm gonna say.
That was good. That was the
But
best thing.
I want to give a shout out to Chicken Charlie's because hey, that was a bold move and maybe a risky move to like open that in the middle of a random parking lot.
Yeah.
And that gave us a whole fun day out of it. So I want to say thank you.
Yeah, that was super cool.
Chicken Charlie. I mean, I'm probably not going to have a donut and a chicken patty again, but
Well, not
I
till-
would have never had deep fried taffy if it wasn't for you guys. So,
next
thanks
fair.
for rolling the dice on
I want
that.
to go
enjoyed
back
it.
to the conversation we started in the beginning when people thought Derek drank those random drinks.
Oh yeah.
That just shows me, like, I mean, clearly we know Derek more than they do because we've been friends with them for so long. But like, they don't know him at all. He will not drink a drink that I had a sip out of once. Like, that is not who he is. That's his Derek. He doesn't want to share drinks. That's fine. So like, in my mind when I saw that, it's like, well, everyone's gonna clearly know that those are his drinks, but they didn't know that about him.
Yeah.
I thought people would assume that, but so many comments were like, wow, this dude cares about catching the virus, but he'll drink a disgusting stranger's drink. Okay.
That's an interesting observation, Derek. I've never realized that, but you are kind of, and it's not an insult. You are kind of the most, even not, this is not even a current thing, but you're always the most. How do I say? I don't want to say paranoid because that again that sounds
germ
negative.
phobic.
Not
No.
even that. That sounds negative too. But you're the most like orderly when it comes to like food handling stuff and. Do you know what I mean? I think I've noticed that. Like if people were dipping stuff and somebody double dipped, I know a lot of people that would go, "Oh, whatever, it's you.
Yeah.
Oh, Shawn, it's you. I don't care." Derek
I'll
cares.
walk away.
Derek will go, nah, don't need to be eating that if you're going to do that.
Cautious.
All right.
I'll never
Cautious is a
forget.
good word.
Derek and I lived together for a little bit, and he made some drink, and I took it out of his hand. I'm like, let me try it. And I tried a sip of it, and he looked so mad, and he just took the drink and just threw it in the sink, and then made a new one. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I
Grabbed out of his
I didn't
hand.
even ask. I just grabbed it, and it was rude of me
Well,
for sure.
okay, but I think maybe to be fair, there was an era when you were like taking food off people's plates and out of their hands like excessively.
Yeah.
so.
Do you remember that era, Shawn?
I
The,
don't remember it, but I
Snatcher era?
absolutely believe that happened. I don't doubt it at all.
You were going through a thing.
But yeah, I mean, I guess I don't like to share drinks. I really don't.
What and what I'm curious about is where do you land with that? Would you say you're germ phobic, or is it a manners thing, or where do you think it falls for you? Like, you know what I mean?
Ever since I was like a young kid, if my mom took a drink out of my soda, I would just tell her to keep it, and it would piss her off. I don't know, like the amount. I just can't get the idea of like somebody's saliva like dripping on the can,
Right.
and then they pull it away, and there's like a string, and then they hand it to you, and you got to take that little saliva cup and put it in your own mouth.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with germs, honestly. It's just
Yeah.
that grosses me out.
Yeah, it's just
that.
gross.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was just curious. I didn't know if it was a thing because I know some people who it's about like germs and it's about this or that, but I never got that impression with you. I always thought it was maybe just more of a manners thing, but yeah, it's just gross. I understand that. For me, I will say I don't really care if that kind of stuff doesn't bother me so much if it's like family or something. You know what I mean? Like if it's like
Yeah.
like if I was a kid and my mom did that, it didn't really bother me. But if it was like someone else in my class at school, I would not be doing that.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't dealt with that like since school. I feel like though. But like if you guys try something, I don't really care. I guess that much.
I'm low-key about it. Like, if somebody asks, hey, can I try your drink? They could drink it now, and I'm an adult, and I would drink it again.
Sure.
I would take it back. But just not to make it awkward for them, right?
Yeah.
Like, I had a smoothie once at work, and, like, my manager, this girl was like, oh, what flavor is that? I was like, it's this. She's like, can I try it? And I was like, okay. You know, I gave it to her. That was weird, because then it was my boss, and it was this girl. She was an attractive girl. I had this attractive boss. So what do I do? I take it, do the Shawn thing where I throw it in the trash and be like, I find you repulsive.
I was going to say,
My boss hates me.
This is sexist, but I would worry about it less if it was a female asking for a drink. That was always a thing in school.
That was my next question.
That was always a thing in school, and I remember it got me in trouble with my girlfriend in high school. Like, you let her drink. Actually, it wasn't a drink. I let a girl have a lick of my blow pop.
Oh.
And then I put it back in my mouth.
I think there's like an ancient Roman like art of love thing that says like swapping fluids is, you know, the first step toward sexual attraction.
There was a person in high school that we knew. I'm not going to name this person. She would eat anything if you paid her to. Like she would eat. When I'm in hell, is it so weird? I look so lame. I don't know how to sit. When
No, you're good. You're in the
good.
Stupid.
You're in hell.
But, she would eat anything, and so you know, like, oh, that was on the ground. Oh, we'll give you $5 to eat that. She goes, okay, and she'd eat it. And then it's like,
I'm trying to remember who this was. I know them.
You do.
Yeah.
But
I can't think of it. Anyway.
at one point, they were like, yo, how much to eat shit? Like, how much? And then she's like, I wouldn't do it, but, well, maybe if it's a girl's shit. So it's like, it makes a difference.
So even she.
Hey, I can say, thinking
that's some sexist bullshit.
But hey,
Men
you know
can
what?
eat just as healthy as girls can, and vice versa.
Again, I'm thinking back to school days.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and call it sexist, call it whatever. The boys were all fucking dirty and gross, and the girls weren't. At least at my school, it was.
I'm sorry, where are you getting this information? You going to the bathrooms? So what's your statistic?
Well,
what's
I'm
your
not
metric
talking about.
here?
Hey, I'm not talking about the shit situation. That's, I'm not going to. I'm just talking about like in the school lunchroom talking.
Sharing food.
Yeah.
The cleanliness.
Shawn brought
meter.
shit into this, and I didn't.
Little
condone
boys
that.
aren't washing their
I was
hands.
just witness this conversation. I didn't say anything to this person. I was just there watching it go down.
I don't
and
know.
Obviously,
Shawn sounds like he knows a
obviously
lot about
this
girl
never
shit.
happened, but they were just theorizing with her. What would it take?
So you would eat a girl shit, is what you're saying? Okay.
Over a guy's shit. Yeah. Of course.
All right, let me ask you guys something. Is there anybody who you wouldn't share a drink with?
Yes.
Like, is there anybody who's just real gross and they sip your drink and you're like,
if I don't
I'm
know
not
you,
going back to that cup.
Yeah, if I don't,
if I don't
honestly,
know you.
if I don't know the person, I'm not feeling
stranger comes up to our booth at the con and takes a drink of my bottle.
Yeah.
Hey, bro, what are you doing? Like, oh, I just was thirsty. All right, I'm not drinking that again.
Yeah.
No matter who.
Yeah,
it
I
is.
think I would be
I'm not
angry at somebody who did that.
Yeah, I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah. No, if I'm friends with someone, no problem.
I've had a couple instances though where someone who maybe like comes up to the booth a lot at a convention.
They think they're your friend.
And they become a little more familiar.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean you're all the way familiar. And I'm like trying like, oh wow, Kevin found this is orange Coke. Wow. And they'll be like, oh, do you mind if I try a sip of that? It'll be like, or like they'll see like maybe I'll give Garrett a sip. Maybe that's not a big deal.
Oh, we're giving away sips?
But they'll see that and they'll be like, can I get one? And I'm just like, oh, I still really don't know you. It's like
could have been out there sucking on a cigarette.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's
awkward.
exactly how I feel. No matter how good of friends we are, I see you put your lips on my drink and I go, I still really don't know you.
Oh, yeah.
But there's certain things I can't really explain, but like I wouldn't mind Shawn having a sip or a bite of anything of mine. Like Shawn gets free pass.
Thank you.
But almost like the rest of you, I'm trying to think. It's like,
Oh wow.
No hard feelings.
Great.
I hear you.
He just seems so like pristine.
Oh wow.
So, someone in the chat said, "Don't y'all eat ass though? Who eats ass? Go around in circles."
You know,
Oh, wait.
with the drink thing, Derek, like
Lay back.
Jenny won't share a drink with me.
What?
She hates sharing a drink. But she doesn't want to share a
Really?
drink. But like, if I take a sip of a drink, she's like, "Why don't you just get your own?" And it's like, well,
See-
I wanted just a sip.
I must annoy the shit out of Trisha because I take a sip of everything she has. I'm like, oh, just let me. Oh, Dr. Pepper. Oh, let me have a little sip. But she doesn't mind. She hasn't said she's minded.
No, I mean, like, she'll let me have a drink, and I don't think it's because she thinks it's gross, but she just is like, well, you should have got your own if you're thirsty. I don't know
Yeah, but
why
I
you
don't
didn't
want
get
a
your
full
own.
drink. I just want a sip.
I know.
I'll share a drink with my girlfriend. Yeah, no problem there. But
Okay.
beyond
No, I
that,
wouldn't
no.
do that.
No. See, horchata on the regular.
No, with my girl, I'm not going near my girlfriend.
No.
Just in general.
Keep her away.
Just in general, that's scary. I'm not gonna.
Mouth. Who knows?
But when it goes to wife, then no more sharing. So that's you should
If
have
they'll
kept
make
her.
out with me, they'll make out with anything. You know what I mean? No, I don't know.
Should have kept Jenny a
Scary
girlfriend,
stuff.
Sean. You could have shared drinks still.
Because you have to, like, impress me still.
Yeah.
The most grossed out I've ever seen Derek, and there was no reason for it, but from his perspective, it was understandable.
Okay.
There was back in our old studio, we used to share each other's desks all the time because maybe Derek's, we were all in just one room.
Editing.
And maybe
I'm
I'm editing a
afraid
video
where
online.
this conversation is going.
What's that?
I'm scared to see where this is going.
It's
I know.
No.
I'm scared
I think
too.
you had a perfectly reasonable response, but it wasn't a big deal. But
Oh, no.
from your perspective, I get it. We would, I would be editing a video, maybe, Derek's working on a video. Well, maybe he leaves and I'm going to finish that video while he's gone or he, we're always using each other's desks. And I stayed late one night and I left one of those little flosser things on Derek's desk. Now, I had not used
yeah.
it.
Oh, that pissed me off.
But I came in late. And I had one. I was holding on to it, and I set a thing to
Listen to
export, and I
this
left the
story,
thing there.
and I don't know if I even believe this suspicious story about having the dental floss but not using
We
it.
had a Costco thing of those little flosser
We did.
picker things.
We did.
Yeah, they were just.
They were everywhere.
Yeah, I just would grab it and leave. I left it on the desk, and the look on Derek's face. He sat down and went and like reached for the keyboard. And Derek, I really have never forgotten your face when I saw that. It's burned into my brain. It was, can you get this thing off my desk? It was, and I was like, what? Oh, and I totally sympathized because I saw it and I was like, oh no, if I saw a stray one of those just on near my keyboard,
Yeah.
I would have been completely put off.
Yeah.
So I don't think you were
you use those
remotely
things all the
unreasonable.
time, so
but
it
I
wasn't
didn't use it. I want to let
far-fetched.
you know. What's that?
If it had not been used, I was within my,
Yeah.
it was not abnormal of me to suspect that it had been used because you use those things all the time.
I think you were 100% dead on to do that. If it had like shit on it, like
Ooh,
food on
like
it,
meat.
I would.
particles?
If you would have punched me, you would have. I would have deserved it. That is
Ew.
disgusing. But
I think I know.
we're okay.
I think I know a close second place to grossing Derek out in the old studio.
Don't.
Why, Sean? Because
Don't
you
do
know
this.
what it is.
I do. Of course I know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Sean opening the door with his bare foot.
Oh,
Yeah.
the
I know.
number one most
I know.
disgusting thing that ever happened in our old
Oh,
studio.
Garrett, it would have been kind of cool if he opened a door with his bare foot. That would be like a skill. Wow, this guy can open doors with his feet.
Us,
He was
Yeah,
just
he can
fingering
carry a lot.
Us?
He was like itching between his toes for like 10 minutes with the doorknob.
Yeah.
Barefoot. Yeah, it was disgusting.
we were watching a video, like I edited a video on my computer or something we were all gonna watch. So we all got into like viewing mode in our office and we're all like leaning back in the chair and
Sorry, Sean.
Derek's over here.
Sean didn't
and then
ask for
Sean,
this.
yeah. This is no. We're gonna make it right.
But why you tell a story, Johnny, can you go clips up on me? Thank you. Okay, go ahead.
Sean leans back. Sean lays on a couch and then puts his feet up on the doorknob that's near the couch. And wait, you got to show me. We're demonstrating this.
Oh, yeah, go back.
there you go.
Oh, thank you, Garrett. Get out of here.
No.
Get out of my face.
Oh, he's in foot hell.
Okay, go.
Oh man, but Shawn puts his feet up on a doorknob because it's near. He's using it as a footrest, but he's got bare black feet, the dirtiest feet you've ever seen. And he's like, yeah, between every toe. I've never seen before or since the whole office turn on one person like
bad.
they did in that moment. It was just, Shawn, take your feet off the dude. Scrub that doorknob now. Oh my God. Shawn. And hey, to his credit, Shawn, I've done stuff where I'm not even. I know Shawn wasn't consciously like. It's
course.
just it was there. I know you're not thinking. I've done shit like that. It's okay.
Yeah.
But man, everyone in that
No, I
room
made
was
the
just,
room mad. And I did clean the doorknobs, and I really think sometimes you need something in life to just realize that things are not okay.
Yeah, totally.
You have little habits that you just fuck up all the time.
100%.
I used to say nice to meet you to every single person I met, whether I knew them or not. I would say nice to meet you. Yeah. It was good meeting you.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone gets so fucking mad at me and pissed off. And one time I said it to Jenny's brother, and that snapped me out of it because it was so fucking bonkers.
It was that snapped you out of it, not saying nice to meet you to the guy who flew us out to Scotland.
Not that. Nope. It was me saying it's like, I mean, I know him so well, and I say nice to meet you.
Your brother-in-law.
So that snapped me out of it, and I don't do it anymore. I never say nice to meet you. I always say good seeing you.
Shawn, it's no disrespect, but it's so funny. The guy flew us out to Scotland, and then we saw him at E3 months later, and he said, "Nice to meet you." I was like, and I wasn't. It wasn't upsetting. Everyone laughed about it, and I've done it too. Shawn, I've done it to people we've worked with before too.
Yeah, and it's like I'm not mad. This is who I am. But
yeah, it was a default answer. It was a default.
And that foot on the doorknob thing, you tell me what are you doing? And it's kind of like an episode of Lost. I'm watching that now when Charlie's having this dream, and all of a sudden he is holding Aaron. It's nice, and he wakes up and he's holding him above the water. He's gonna kill this little baby, and he snaps out I don't know how it got here. And that was me. Where it's like I don't know how my feet got here. I don't know why this happened. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking.
I've had 100 things like that for me, where I'm just like, oh, I casually just do this all the time. Wow, just realized that. Okay.
Yeah. So anyways, I think I stopped. I'm not barefoot nearly as much as I used to be. Even right now, it's hot as fuck and I'm wearing shoes. Wait, you can't see them.
Yeah, look at that. That's growth as a person.
It is.
There's something. No, I think it's okay because it's definitely like a Southern California style to just wear sandals everywhere.
Sure.
And that's why it's not like Shawn had disgusting, dirty feet.
Well, I did.
But people that just wear sandals all the time, the bottoms of their feet aren't, clean.
But again, I used to walk around our old parking lot
barefoot
all the time. There's fucking used razor blades on the ground.
Yeah, you're
and
crazy.
I was not gonna step on those. It was fucking stupid. My feet were as dirty as feet could possibly be. That so bad that I would go into my house, run the bath, and just go scrub my feet in the bath water just clean them off for a second. So it's it was clearly a gross thing that I was doing, and I just didn't think about it.
Yeah.
And now I'm older.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing that anymore.
Older and wiser.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's never too late to grow and grow as a person and do things better. And there's always another chance.
Yeah.
And that's really the moral of tonight's podcast.
But I can walk on the hottest ground ever, and it doesn't hurt my feet because I'm so calloused up. So that's pretty nice.
I had to do that for we did the recent Last of Us 2 review video. I went to the beach with Derek to walk straight into the ocean.
Yeah.
And I was barefoot that whole time. And on the way back, it was miserable. That was okay, now my feet are burning. And I remember, Derek, we were looking around because we hadn't really gone anywhere because of the lockdown. And so we're looking around oh, let's check that out. Oh, let's check that out. And I was like, Derek, I'm still barefoot. I'm roasting. My feet are not prepared for that. So we ran back to the car. But
well, that was a fun tangent. Thanks, Garrett.
Sorry.
Thank you.
I love that story, though. Yeah. I wasn't there for that. I wish I could have been in the room when everyone went off.
I mean, you've seen me yell that before. It's
I just think
you didn't
want
to be there. That was not a good energy.
It was a low point.
But Shawn did clean it right away.
Of course I did.
Right away.
Of course I did.
But
well, did we do it? Did we do a podcast or?
Yeah,
it's been done.
How many? What is the saying? You have to do something for how many hours to get good at
10,000.
1,000?
10.
10,000. Oh shit. Okay. Well, we got more time to do this then.
Yeah, we still suck at podcasts. We're not.
Yeah.
10
I don't know.
hours yet.
I don't know. I think we mastered it.
Yeah, we think,
personally.
I think we nailed it.
Speaking of, actually, I do want to say, with this podcast, I've had a lot of people asking. I want to address a couple things people bring up a lot because I don't always get to do this.
Sure.
A lot of people have been asking. You said the podcast is coming to Spotify and other stuff. When is that going to happen? We are in the midst of transferring over to a new website, and that is coming like real soon. Hopefully, any day now. And when that happens, we're changing our feed and all this stuff, so it should be on way more stuff. So that is on the way. A lot of people are asking me about the Mega64 masks, and that should be. We haven't received them yet. We knew they would take a little bit longer because there were so many. Honestly, we had so many orders that it's taking a little longer, but that should be any day now that we receive them, hopefully. So hopefully check our Twitter. We'll have an update on that in the next day or two. I'm hoping. But have that soon. And I want to say thank you again to everyone as well, because again, the Mega64 Day stuff went really well. But between that and the masks, this is kind of a first for us where this month we're giving so much to various charities and organizations in support of Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. Like a lot of money is going to a good cause this month. And I don't know, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. So thank you, the
Yeah.
viewers out there.
I'm pretty stoked about that.
Anyways.
People mentioning the digital drug shirt. Those are going to be going out this week. We just got them.
Did we get them in?
Yeah, they're
Ooh,
right
I
over
wanna
there.
see that.
Oh,
Yeah, we just got
I'm
'em.
so stoked for that.
So those are going out. Pretty much everything else is going out, but we're just waiting on the mask. We'll get the word on the mask. But yeah, I was pretty stoked about that. It's been a good week.
Yeah.
Been a good week, and a new video coming tomorrow. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
What
Past
more can you
7
ask
days been great. Anyway, that's all.
All right.
Was there any other stuff you guys wanted to talk
No.
about?
Nothing else.
Save some movie talk for the after show.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we've got some stuff to open from the P.O. box too.
Sure.
For the after show. So always check out the after show on
It's just a continuation
the
of the
Mega
podcast,
64
really.
archives.
Yeah.
And we'll be uploading all those streams from Mega 64 Day. Those will be on the archive channel. We'll be putting those up as well. And then it's been good. Thank you, Johnny, for running the show tonight.
Yeah, Johnny.
Johnny is here. Brian wasn't here tonight, and Johnny filled in.
Thank
So
you guys.
thank you.
Thank you.
On the spot.
All right, everyone. We'll see you on Thursday? Is that right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see them in the after show.
Oh yeah, we'll see you in the after show, but
I'll see him Wednesday, Sean.
okay. Good night. From hell.
Johnny, do a cool ending for this. On Tuesday, Johnny. Oh, okay. No, that's good. No, you nailed it. That's it. That's awesome.
Oh!
Yeah, do a Terminator 2 ending. The perfect ending. Yeah, I bet he doesn't even remember how that
I don't
ended.
remember.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up.
Get down there.
It's behind the chair. Oh my god.
See that?
Dude, this sucks.
This guy.
Yeah, we saw it.
Shit. Johnny, lower him.
Every night
No Camerons here.
I
Fuck.
see you, I feel you.
No Schwarzenegger.